I just mentioned how Stafford's a Hall of Famer, right? Because everybody knows Mahomes is one now, correct?
Yeah.
Please. All right? Like if the guy never played another game. Patrick Mahomes in the overtime win for the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday became the fastest player in the NFL ever to reach 35,000 career passing yards in 123 games, breaking the 126-game mark set by Matthew Stafford. And the Chiefs are now 17-1 in their last 18 home games. The Chiefs won it in overtime. And they did it in a game in which they had 0 sacks for the first time all season. They did it in a game in which Kareem Hunt fumbled. It was their first lost fumble all season. They did it in a game in which Mahomes was picked off by a defensive lineman, Leatu Latu. They did it in a game in which Michael Pittman Jr. set a new career high for a season with his 7th receiving touchdown. So it didn't all go right for the Kansas City Chiefs. They did it in a game in which the Chiefs were down 20-9 going into the fourth quarter. But with the season on the line, this is why I can't quit the Kansas City Chiefs. With the season on the line, they found a way to do it. Because they have the people, and they've been there, and they've done it. They said to the Colts, guess what, man? You're up 20-9. We're going to blank you the rest of the way into overtime. We're going to win this thing 14-0 from here on out. That's what they did. They outscored the Chiefs and the Colts in this game. The Chiefs outscored the Colts from the fourth quarter and overtime 14-0. The Colts punted 4 times. The Chiefs just once. Total yards, fourth quarter and overtime in this game. The Chiefs had 236. The Colts, 18. That's it. How many times has Jonathan Taylor had 18 yards on just one carry this year?
This season, yeah, probably a lot.
Okay. And the Chiefs got a 100-yard. The Chiefs had not a single 100-yard rusher and not a single 100-yard receiver all season long, and they got it both in this first time in this one game. Hunt, Rashee Rice. This is why I'm constantly not quitting the Chiefs. Games exactly like this. They got to do it on the road at some point. Helps to be at home in Kansas City.
Well, they'll probably have to go on the road in the playoffs.
We'll see, buddy.
You're not ruling out division?
Why would I rule out division?
They're 3 games back.
I got it.
Okay.
They take on the Broncos one more time. They finish the season in Vegas. They go to Dallas. Home game against Houston. That's a big one. Certainly, if you think neither of them are winning a division, that's a big one for a tiebreak for a wild card spot, wouldn't you say?
Big time.
At Tennessee, there are some winnable games here on the road for them. There are some winnable. Their final road games are at Dallas this weekend, at Tennessee, and at Vegas. And everything else is an Arrowhead, where, again, they are 17-1 in their last 18 home games. Their only loss was week 2 this year against Philadelphia. And here's another reason why I can't quit the Chiefs. Mahomes. How's that for a hot take?
That's a nice thin limb you're going on.
Mahomes had this to say afterwards. Hit it.
This is exactly what we needed. To win against a really good football team and the game's not going your way, you could have folded in that situation and kind of been kind of the rest of the season. The guys responded and then found a way to win on every single unit. I mean, offense, we found a way at the end. Defense stood tall multiple times to give us chances. And then Harrison and Ariza did a great job flipping the field and making field goals. So we needed a win like this, and now let's just try to build off of it.
Because you hear so many stats about Mahomes' greatness and the Chiefs' greatness with Mahomes as the starter, 9 straight division titles, making the playoffs 10 straight years. NFL Network Research has a packet. I read it because I'm a lead pipe wielding professional getting ready for NFL game day morning every Sunday morning. There was one that just jumped right off the page at me. And it's not something you got to look up too deep. It's just an observation, which you don't usually get from a research staff, but we have a crack staff. The earliest, this is why I can't quit them, the earliest the Kansas City Chiefs have ever had a season end in the Mahomes era as starter is overtime in the AFC Championship game.
Right. That's worth
That's
noting.
the earliest
worth noting.
a Chiefs season has ended since handing the reins over to Mahomes He lost in his first playoff campaign in overtime in the AFC Championship to Tom Brady. Yep. The next year, they go to the Super Bowl. They win it. Next year, go to the Super Bowl. They lose it. The next year, they go to the AFC Championship game and lose in overtime to Joe Burrow. Yep. And then they make the Super Bowl every year after it, either winning it or losing it. Again, let me just repeat it. In the Mahomes era as starter in Kansas City, their season is either ended in the Super Bowl, winning or losing 5 times. And the only other times they didn't make the Super Bowl was when they lost in the AFC Championship game. Not in regulation.
No. Extra time.
We're talking about overtime. Not just a regulation game. We're talking about overtime.
They had to go the extra mile to lose.
That's why I can't quit the Chiefs. A game like Sunday and the 7 years plus of their body of work.
Oh, and that's why when you saw the Colts go 3 and out, maybe I think after the second one in the second half, you're like, oh, they're losing. This is a game the Chiefs win.
And that's why, you know why? Because it's week 12 or later. Go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it. Since 2019, the Chiefs have the best record week 12 or later, 32-7. Well, you know, second, the Packers, who just came up with their 30th win of the LaFleur era, another reason why people are nuts to want LaFleur gone in Green Bay. And then there's the Bills, who were 29-8 going into this week. Still not too shabby. It is go time. That's why I can't quit the Chiefs. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.